Tell me I can't believe I never thought this could happen. Down the road you'll be there, and I know it's not fair. Blue eyes, red hair, I can't place there. Soft lips, soft skin, I know I'll never win. I'll never win.
Well, had lots of band practices, worked at my annoying job at ShopRite.
Don't say it, baby, don't say it.
And hung out with a lot of friends. Typical summer. Went to the beach a few times. So.
Okay, thank you. Counting to marketing. FST.
Okay. What's your favorite?
IR is cool.
Currently, I go home, I walk my neighbor's dog for a half hour. That's what I do. I get paid for it. Half hour after school, not a big deal. I go home, obviously, academics, homework, and watch TV. Sally Jesse Raphael, 4 o'clock, quality show. Watch it if you have the opportunity.
Just play soccer after school for the team.
Well, not in the fall.
Not in the fall? I don't know what I do after school in the fall. I mean, otherwise.
No. I have no job. I'm a disgrace to the senior population.
I operate coasters, and I'm in charge, actually, of Rolling Thunder.
They built a bank over the summer in about 2 weeks, right? They can't even finish the crosswalks in the entire summer. Just do it. It'd take 10 minutes if you actually tried. Seriously.
What do I think of my senior pictures? Well, I think that they're really nice, but my mom, she wasn't too happy with them.
Where's
so.
your mom?
She's over there.
Right there.
Did they tell you about the parking lot?
Yeah, I made an announcement.
How's it going?
What kind of announcement did you make?
They need to
So
clear
what
things up
exactly
by
is
the
her
end of the
problem
day
with
today.
the pictures?
Well, I don't know. She doesn't like my hair.
Really?
See, she thinks.
Great.
Thank you, Zach.
They're blocking the whole thing.
I know.
They can't
I know, we
back
told-
to
Excuse me.
the front.
We told him to go.
Do an interview.
My favorite cartoon character was Speedy Gonzales back in the day, so that's who I'd be.
I would be Daria because if Trent were a real person, he would be really hot. And Daria like flirts with him and stuff, so that's cool. I really want to be Daria. I'd probably be like Batgirl or something. I don't know. That would be fun.
It's kind of weird because when I look at a camera, like I know you can see me, but it's like you're looking into my eyes, but I'm just looking into this camera lens, you know? Yeah, like it's me.
For 20 some odd years, every senior has been able to park in the parking lot. But this year, there's not enough spots to go around. For approximately 50 or some odd years, kids have been parking at Hopewell Valley High School. Every senior has gotten a spot. They could come and go as they please during their senior option / lunch period. But this year, there's not enough spots to go around.
Question is, Emmerich, to Nick, what are your feelings about the parking this year? Good or bad?
I think it's bad. I think it's unfair because everybody else got to drive to school in the previous years and we don't.
I think it's kind of retarded that the student council officers looked out for themselves. That was the first thing that really bothered me. Everything else seems to be fair with this whole lottery system. I guess it's been like that for a while, so it's the fairest thing possible.
I have senior option first period and ninth period, so I just park wherever.
All right.
Wherever there's room.
And what do you think is going to happen? Do you think you're going to get a spot? Do you feel confident about the lottery?
Right now I'm trying to carpool with Jess, who just ran away, but she doesn't have first period senior option, so she's filing for an appeal, which takes a week. So I won't know. I guess I'm gonna have to get up early and go get her in the morning.
Well,
What I think about is how the seniors who are in student council claim that they can have parking spots and how we can. I really don't think that's fair because there's really other important things that can be going on besides student council. And I mean, the way Madu said how one person, how they can take a bus, well, in my opinion, I think they can take a bus.
that was me, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I was like, I think they can take a bus too because it wouldn't hurt them. And if they're on student council and how they're supposed to show and like make us follow the rules, how come the rules aren't going to be equal where they can follow them too? And my feeling is if they're supposed to be role models, why don't they show us how to take a bus?
I think there's really nothing we can do about it. We just have to take the shots as they come and roll with the flow
just basically, try and hang in there, and hopefully it'll be worked out, and I'll get a parking spot.
I propose teachers carpool. We have a few spots for the students. Yeah. We'll compromise. We'll carpool if they carpool. I'm willing to pick up a few teachers. I'll pick up. Who's a teacher?
Have you ever seen quite a parking problem?
No. It's
No?
only because they let too many kids drive to school. That's why.
What do you mean? Like,
Well,
soon a lot of kids won't be able to drive to school.
well, I don't know. I didn't drive to school till the day I graduated from high school. But that was many years ago.
Well, I'm a little disappointed about the lottery system. I mean, I guess it's fair, but it would be really nice if we were all guaranteed spots.
Tell us about what you think about parking this year.
It's bad. It's really bad. Why is it so close to my mouth? Because all the other grades got it, so why shouldn't we get it? And now we have to not have a spring break and not have a parking lot. That's kind of crap.
Well, I'm a senior and we get to park this year, but we don't really get to park unless we're on student council. It's kind of interesting.
Are you mad that student council gets to park and you don't?
I'm not really mad because I can't drive yet.
I think that the school should. Not fair. I think they should have waited to build a new parking lot until we're out of school in the summer.
It's September 10th. I think they should plan this over the summer, not the first day of school. Everyone should get a spot.
I got some things to say about the parking sitch. All right? I was going in on a parking thing with Will Randall. I paid my fine. Apparently he had like $300 worth of fines. No spot. No spot for half a year. What is that about? I have a job, all right? I'm a very important person. I work at Yasna Polana. I need to get there on time so I can make big bucks. But I can't get to my job without a parking spot. I can't walk to Yasna Polana, which is located in the Princeton area. I can't walk there. It's too far. If I take the bus, I'll be late to the job. What are they going to do about it, huh? I want to know. I want to know.
I don't know how long they knew about the construction, but I'm guessing it's kind of been a while, Zach. So considering that, I would think they'd be able to think up some sort of temporary condition to where maybe have a satellite parking lot somewhere on the space that they own, either here or Timber Lane, just to kind of satiate these people that really, really are hungry for spots.
Well, from what I've heard through fellow students, that maybe 5 to 10 people might not get spots because, well, it depended on how many people carpooled with other people. What I really don't get is the things we had to check off if we had, tuition pay, or if you're, if you go to Mercer County. It did not say that student council automatically gets a spot.
The plan was developed by the senior class advisors and their leadership team, and obviously we're dealing with a scarcity problem. We have more students than we have spaces. I look forward to the day when the new parking lot is built and we don't have to face these kind of decisions.
All right, I'm sharing a spot, and I think it's ridiculous, especially considering, people in student council get guaranteed spots,
Did any of you have fines?
What do you, fines when?
I think that the way it's elected, it's ridiculous. I mean, seniors didn't have to have that last year, so why should we have this year? And right now, there's so many parking spots open that the seniors that didn't get spots should have spots. Even though they have gone through this raffle, it shouldn't.
Did you get a spot?
Yeah, I got a spot because I go to VOTEC. I mean, that right there, that shouldn't matter if I go to VOTEC or not, because I'm a senior and everybody else who is a senior should also automatically get a spot.
For now, the parking situation is somewhat solved with kids sharing spots, but what will happen for future years with classes that are larger than our senior class? Only time will tell, I guess. This is Zach Swoll reporting for Hopewell Valley News. Thank you, have a good night, and drive safely if you can.
Redonkulous.
No, not at all. I think they need to put more money in areas that are more visible. I think they need to put it in the classrooms.
No. No, I do not.
Why don't you?
Have you seen the parking lot? Do you need to dig like 50 feet into the ground to make a parking lot?
No, personally I don't.
No?
No. I think a lot more funding should be given to our libraries.
We should definitely add a drumming league and some card playing clubs, like a poker club or something, where people can bet each other and stuff like that. That'd be good. I'd like that.
Probably more sports clubs. I don't think the intramural program is as big as it could be. I think a lot of people participate in the athletic program right now, but I think there's a lot of kids that would like to be involved but aren't involved because it's not available to them. And I think if they opened up the intramural program a little bit more, it would be might get some good athletes come out of the woodwork and maybe participate in a regular sports program.
You know, I attended Krebs for a while, and if any of you know Krebs, it's not the nicest place in the world. And so I'm going to say that this school isn't the greatest in my mind, but it's a lot better than some of the alternatives. So ultimately, my opinion of this school is pretty high.
I think Hopewell Valley is an excellent high school academically, athletically, performing arts and all of the different arts, ceramics and fine arts. So I think you've got a really diversified offering here. Auto shop and the wood shop and fine wood. So I think Hopewell Valley really shines in a lot of areas.
Well, Hopewell Valley they claim to be one of the best schools in the state, blah, 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 but I have yet to see any of the benefits that Hopewell Valley has yet to offer to me personally. George Washington, John Adams, and then, I don't know.
Washington.
Abraham Lincoln.
Jefferson.
I know George Washington was the first. I'm gonna go with. Seriously, I'm trying to think about this. Woodrow Wilson. I don't know.
The correct answer is Thomas Jefferson.
Hold on, I saw this on like Saved by the Bell or something. Wait, is this a sun a planet? Mars, Venus, Earth, Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto. I think there's like 7.
Let's see, you got Uranus.
9.
Yahtzee!
9.
15.
9.
12. Well, the correct answer is 9.
Can I use my calculator?
Square root of 169 is 12.
169. Square root of 160. 98.
It's like a whole number.
13.
Right. All right.
Did that in my head.
Of course, 0 BC.
No.
I mean, 0 AD. 1 AD? Ah, my mistake.
Year 1123.
1682.
Unfortunately, I'm not cultured enough to enjoy wrestling.
I can name a good deal of them. Mankind, Cactus Jack, Mankind, Dude Love, that's the other one.
Pope. Popey the Pope.
St. John Paul 13th or 9th or something.
John, aren't they all John or something? John. The only way you can become a pope is if your name's John. So I think it's John.
M-A-S-S-A. I'm not good at spelling.
M-A-S-S-A-C-H-U-S-E-T-T-S.
That would be that Ninja Turtle, Donatello.
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo.
Oh, Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy Osbourne. All right. Of course.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Our friend Ozzy.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Yes, he knows that.
I think it's a horrible tragedy. I think that the people who did this really had their heads screwed on wrong.
My initial reaction was anger, of fear, of terror, of also wanting to have retribution.
Absolute horror. I remember Pearl Harbor, December 7th and 41, and when I heard Mr. Bach announce the World Trade Center bombings, I went, like somebody hit me. It has been just horrendous.
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah, I think that they have sponsored terrorists in the past and that it's warranted.
I think it was probably the right decision, but I think it was hasty and done too soon, and we should have waited till a later time when we knew more and could have planned it better.
Yeah, I'm concerned. I mean, it's kind of scary that people could just, send you a letter and you get sick and die. So, yeah.
I don't think there's a reason for us to be scared because we don't work in big businesses, but maybe for our parents who work in big businesses, it'd be more frightening for them.
Not really. There are so many things in this world that could scare us. And if we let something like anthrax scare us, it's so much more likely that I'm going to get killed just stepping off the street to cross the street and go to my car, or driving in my car, than I am by an anthrax letter. So it's really pointless to worry about something like that.
I think he's been an amazing leader who we should support fully and be very proud of.
I think he handled himself really well. I think he's been a really effective leader, and I think that you have to support him whether or not you voted for him.
I feel that Bush is doing a good job. He's very confident in his decisions.
I'm strictly against it. I think it's violent and aggressive and stupid.
I think CBW is a great event and should be endorsed by Hopewell Valley Central High School.
There's like wrestlers in CBW that like go to the extreme, and there's others who just do like great technical mat wrestling, like Chris Benoit, like me. And I don't think that we're like totally hardcore. We are a lot, but like we're not like insane. We're not like jumping off of roofs through like concrete tables, if there's such thing.
I am building the architect wrestler. I was transformed from Boxcar Bob by JoJo, Dean Burbage, for those of you who don't know CBW. He helped me get out of my slump as living under the ring, and I became a successful architect during that time.
I'm a wrestler named Double K. I don't really have a role.
My role in CBW is pretty much, well, I wrestle under the name Mick the Croc Hunter. And I also, well, since it's at my house, I kind of supervise what's going on as far as like what's going on in the matches, because I don't want to see people get hurt.
Well, the coolest one would have to be Corey Egan, because he does all those crazy flips and like
all those like moonsaults and whatever. But my favorite, have to go for Sammy Sponge Cake because he's got the girly scream and everyone loves the girly scream.
Sammy Sponge Cake is not only a good influence, but he's a very good wrestler as well.
I'd have to say my favorite CBW superstar is either Dean Burbage, aka JoJo, or Jacob Affleck, who graduated last year, who's aka Malcolm Affleck III. And I like both of those wrestlers because they just bring a certain comedy to CBW, and they make it that much more funner to be in.
What are they doing in there?
They're playing like dodgeball.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Was it with the drunk goggles?
Drunk?
Oh, I guess they're not using those.
What are they?
Drunk goggles are things that people use, especially police officers, so that they can train themselves being drunk.
Really?
Right?
Do you have any?
No.
Where can I find some?
Ask Mr. DeCook.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you. It's not anything extreme, is it? My friend won't get hurt, will it?
Don't use them while you have a camera.
Oh no, it's gonna be somebody else. Fine, Chuck Brower.
What's up?
Yeah, and we got these drunk goggles from the gym teacher, and they're supposed to simulate what it's like to be drunk. So Chuck, why don't you strap those puppies on?
See what happens.
And we'll see what happens. All right, now walk a straight line.
Do things that are sensible, ladies, not gonna hurt himself.
Yeah.
I just can't see. Let this keep giving it a try? Yeah, come on.
Yeah, all right.
Good to see Lodge in there drunk. You know, it's on tape, but...
Okay, now walk a straight line. Look at those shorts. See, but it's not like you're physically dizzy. What do you think? Does it actually feel like you're drunk? Your eyes look really funny.
I want to go these back into Skiba's class.
Stumble around a little bit more. Make it more dramatic.
Yeah, right drunk, John. How far away? It's pretty interesting.
Oh no.
Actually, wait, there's an idea. You want to know what it's like?
Hold on, let me look at you. Hold on.
There you go.
Let's get Mrs. Holtz.
You, the viewer, are now drunk.
Holtz, she's got the ball. Chuck's got the drunk goggles. She's down the hallway. She's gonna toss the ball to him. All right, go for it. He got it. All right, make it a little bit harder. Throw it. He's all right.
That's really kind of scary. You can't tell where you are. In relation to, like, the walls. This is close to you. Kind of see where it is.
Spaceman Lovin's pretty cool too, right?
Pick up your mind. Decide to walk with me around the lake tonight. Around the lake tonight. Champion behind
very slow, very easy. Now, subjects, I'm going to count to 3. This time we're going to take another trip. We're going to wander down the other way. We're going to go to Tucson, Arizona. It's going to be 120 degrees in the shade, and there is no shade. 1. You can feel the sun baking down on your forehead, and oh boy. And 2. You can feel the sweat dripping down your sides, and oh boy. And 3. 1, 2, and 3, 120 degrees in the shade, and there is no shade. 120 degrees in the shade, and there is no shade. Use your hands and fan yourself. Use 2 hands, it feels twice as nice. The faster you fan, the better it feels. We need to get that cool air going to that body faster, harder. No longer hot subjects, we're going to float. This looks vaguely like the set of Jerry Springer. When I count to 3 subjects, just simply open your eyes. You know exactly what you're doing. 1, 2, and 3. Now, what in the world are you people doing up here? Sit up in a chair. 1, 2, and 3. Open your eyes and sit up in a chair. People are falling all over. This is the school with no butts. Sit in a chair. Here, come here. We're just going to slide you over here. One seat here. Just you sit right over there. Have a seat right there. Bring your chair in right over here.
Damn, a girl. Why does it look bad? What gets out of That was a joke, everybody. It's a woman, right?
Osama bin Laden likes the rainforest. Burn it down.
Either Rutgers or Ithaca. Yeah. Music, or music performance education.
Mr. O'Brien was telling a story about how he always used to make fun of his teachers. He had this one math teacher. Can't remember his name or anything. But turned him like anyway. You know, Mr. He was like, yes, exactly.
I'm going to college. Hopefully. Actually, I got accepted, so I should go. I'm gonna go, University of the Arts, I think. I got accepted there, and it's really good for jazz and dance and jazz, guitar. The teachers are really good. The music program is excellent.
I'll probably just stay here. At that point, going out to lunch is a lot of fun every day. Senior year has definitely been the best year. Soccer was a lot of fun with all the like parties and states, and just getting to know the team. And cast parties, going to Denny's, of course. On the car rides on the way home from Denny's, that's fun too. And just hanging out with my friends. It's fun. It's good. It's all good.
There's no favorite part. I don't know. It's all pretty fun, you know.
Well, what's the best? What's the most fun?
I don't know. Knowing that you're leaving and you're not trapped in the small town anymore.
I don't think there's any favorite Hopewell memories.
Shab, how do you respond to accusations of being like a gym class Nazi?
Who said that?
Shab's I don't know, she enjoys pain.
I take that as a compliment. Thank you.
What's your favorite part about being a senior here?
Being on top, you know.
On top of what?
On top of the world.
My favorite because it was a lot of fun. It was when the Performing Arts Orchestra and band went to Williamsburg, Virginia. Is it Virginia? Yeah. Okay, and we got to go to Busch Gardens at Virginia Beach and do a lot of fun stuff. Plays and the cast parties and going out to Denny's and eating. I don't know. Tell me, I'll say it for you.
Kelly says she doesn't know.
John Slover. You're more elite than 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 John Slover. 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 John Slover. John Slover. John Slover. John Slover.
I'm becoming a movie star.
Really?
Hear that? Something called Broadway?
I got a Broadway. Yeah. Plays that movie.
Hey! They all start out!
I got a full-time Nick Cole as a full-time model in New York. Shut up.
Why didn't you know it was the last day of school?
Usually Monday's the last day because Wednesday, Thursday, exams.
How did you not know we had exams Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Nice idea.
Do you have any parting words for the high school?
Good luck.
That was a lot of fun. It went by kind of fast. Had a good time. What's your favorite soccer team? Wes, in one sentence, give me a reflection of high school.
I had a good time in high school. I really did. I missed a lot of school, but I pulled through. I'm graduating. No more exams. I'm so excited.
Can you explain your style to us that won you the Best Dressed Award?
Well, I really don't have a particular style. You know, what it was I think, I have a couple looks. It's not my clothes at all.
Sorry, buddy.
It's not my clothes. close at all. It's Magnum and La Tigra that got me the award.
Really?
Yes.
What's that?
There are just a couple facial expressions that people see, but they don't really recognize, and they think I'm a dresser.
Well, how do those go exactly?
Well, I can only show you La Tigra. I shouldn't even be talking about Magnum, actually.
All right.
There it is.
All right. Thanks, Ben. Megan, what's your favorite movie? Is it Jason X?
Yeah.
Can you tell me about it?
No.
Why'd you see it in the theater?
There's nothing else playing.
So you saw Jason X?
Sheila doesn't know my left and my right. Don't make me have the bad credit here. That's your watch, right? She has neither. I didn't say it. Her right is my left. Wait, stand it like that Zach.
Now wait.
Hi, Dad.
Do you have any parting words for Hopewell?
Something
inspiring.
Oh yeah, then you say it, Joe.
No, but I'm not either.
But
I could be.
Okay.
So, what was your favorite part of being a
Going out for lunch. Out of the car. Okay, what's my question?
How was TRL?
It was fun. Good times.
But you didn't see Carson?
No, he wasn't there.
So what was the point?
To be on TV.
Were you on TV?
Yeah, we were on TV.
But what was the required dress code?
Sorry, bathing suits? Alright, I just wanna note this for the record that this is the Friday before we graduate. I have a lab due. This is the third lab I've had due this week. This is not like this is a one-time thing. I'm disgusted. I think this is an insult to the system. And Tony Scott, I just want you to know that if you were here a mere 5 years ago, shame on you, Tony Scott.
It's the last day of school. Do you also find it ridiculous that you're doing a lab right now? Okay. Nice one.
What was on TV, Dave?
Some stuff.
You have to do with Dave?
Yes, it did.
Pretty work, Dave.
Washington's Crossing.
What was it about?
Bears.
Bears. I actually heard about the Bears.
I saw the Bears.
Why do the Bears like Washington?
Yeah, that's true. I'm here because we must keep it so nice. How could you stay out?
You're both
Of course.
Favorite high school memory? I don't know. I'd have to think. I have a lot of bad ones.
How about one of those?
One of those? Probably like my entire junior year.
I like mice. Especially when you spit them and you roll them real slow over the candle. Yeah. Get a little bit of singe though.
Have any parting words for high school?
No. No nice ones.
No nice ones. Jeez.
Oh.
Feeling the love. You said he has no nice words.
Did you know
Any parting words for high school?
Bye. You guys take a picture of our video group. That's awesome. All right.
go around and plant your face on the town. You think you are the one. And forget your friends and lock on to a new trends. Pretend they are really hard. But you say you're right. No one's gonna get you tonight. But you say you're right. No one's gonna get you tonight. Because you are one of a kind. Because you are one of a kind. Stare me down, look at me in the crowd. You're so strange, you need to be rearranged. Now I know you might ask me for a ride. And it's a shame you have come so late.